Councillor Wingrave Chair has also got a declaration.
Fine. Deputy Leader.
Yeah, item 12, Leader, appointment and removal of LA governors. I'm named in the report as chair of Tywin Primary and Ysgol Baglan.
Yeah, thank you. That would be prejudicial as you being appointed, so therefore you'll have to remove yourself from the meeting. Councillor Wingrave.
Thank you, Chair. Item number 8 and number 9, as I sit on Blaenhonddan Community Council, and item number 20 because the people who want to have the lease for Zoas live in my ward and they've contributed to online competitions and given me donations. So I believe in the meetings for all those items.
Thank you. Councillor Clement Williams.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, item 10. I've got close family living in Hodgson's Road. I will be leaving the meeting for that. And item 12, I've got a grandson in Ysgol Baglan, but I can stay and vote.
Thank you for that. Any other declarations? Councillor Doreen Jones.
Yeah, I'm a member of Blaenhonddan Community Council on item 9.
Are you declaring a prejudicial interest?
Probably. I'm not sure whether it's prejudicial or personal. We're applying for a grant.
It would be prejudicial, Councillor Jones, so I would recommend stepping out from the meeting for it.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I add? Sorry, Chair. It's also number 8 is Blaenhonddan as well.
Is that? Oh,
yes.
So declaring for both items. Councillor Jones.
yeah, declare it for both items.
Thank you. Okay. If there are no further declarations, then we'll move to item 3. This is to establish the Cabinet Finance Subcommittee. I move that we, in line with the policy, establish that committee in the usual manner with the relevant membership. Can I have a seconder, please?
Yeah.
Second, Chair.
Anyone disagree or anyone abstain? I can't see any indications, therefore we take it that the subcommittee for Cabinet has now been formally approved. You happy with that, Mr. Griffiths?
Chair, no problem at all. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay, thank you. Moving therefore to item 4 on the agenda, which is ash tree dieback. Any comments for officers? I've seen none indicated. Any questions from members? I've seen none indicated. Therefore, I move to the recommendation.
Second, Leader.
Give me a chance, man. I get to the recommendation on page 10. There are 5 recommendations. I move the recommendation. It's been seconded by the deputy. Anyone abstain or object? I've seen none indicated. Therefore, that item is carried. Item 5, audit wheel certificate. This item is for noting the report, which is contained on page 71. Happy to note. Anyone object or abstain? That item is noted. Likewise, item 6, the audit wheels audit of Neath Council's 2021 improvement plan. This report is also just for noting on page 77. I move that we note. Anyone abstain or object? None indicated, therefore that report is noted. Item 7, commitment to the preferred IT system. Any comments or questions further from officers?
No, Chair.
Thank you. Any questions from members? No. Not seeing any indications, therefore moving to the recommendation, which is on page 90. It's to note the recommendations at A and B and the risks involved. I move that recommendation. Second. Thank you. Anyone abstain or disagree? I see no indications, therefore that item is approved. Items 8 and 9 now we've got declarations, so can I ask Councillor Wingrave and Councillor Doreen Jones to leave yourselves on the meeting, and Jane will call you back in once these items have been dealt with.
I'm just
Thank you.
checking, Chair, to make sure that that they've left. That's all. Yeah, they have, Chair.
Thank you. Therefore, item 8 is miscellaneous grants fund. Are there any information from officers?
Leader, the information is set out in the appendix on the amount of grant to be offered.
Any questions from members? Therefore, I move to the recommendation for item 8 on page 149 to approve those listed at appendix 1. Can I have a seconder, please?
Yeah, second.
Thank you. Anyone abstain or disagree? I see no indications. Therefore, moving to item 9. Any further information from officers?
No, Leader.
Thank you. Any questions from members? I've seen none indicated. Therefore, I move to the recommendation on agenda item 9, which is on page 155 to approve the grant as listed. Can I have a seconder, please? Thank you. Anyone abstain or disagree? I see no indications. Therefore, that item is passed. Can I ask you now to call back Councillor Doreen Jones and Councillor Wingrave and Carol
Yes.
Clement Williams, if you can now leave the meeting?
Yes, thank you.
There we are. Councillor Doreen and Edwin Graves here, and Councillor Doreen Jones. I'm just ringing. There we are. And Councillor Jones is in now as well.
Has Councillor Clement Williams now left?
Yeah, she has.
Thank you. Therefore, moving to item 10, there is a slight amendment here where the agenda item says Community of Ystalyfera, which is technically correct, but it's in the ward of Godrevy. So you're happy for that slight amendment to go forward? I see no objections. Anything further to add from officers?
No, sir.
Thank you. Any questions from members? I see none indicated. Therefore, I go to the recommendations which span page 164 and 165. There are 3 recommendations at paragraphs 12.1, 12.2 and 12.3. 12.1 is to create, 12.2 extinguish and 12.3 to modify. I move those recommendations. Can I have a seconder, please?
Second.
Anyone abstain or anyone object? I see no indications. Therefore, that item is passed. Can I ask for Carol Clement Williams to come back in, please, Jane?
Yes, Chair, I've just done it. I'll tell you now when she's back in.
Thank you.
Yes, Councillor Clement Williams is here.
Thank you, Jane. Therefore, moving to item 11, Brombill Access Road. Any information from officers regarding this item? I've seen none indicated. Any questions from members? I've seen none indicated. Therefore, moving to the recommendation, which is on page 181 for the scheme to be implemented. I move that recommendation. Can I have a seconder, please?
Yeah, second.
Thank you. Anyone abstain or disagree? I've seen none indicated. Therefore, that item is carried. Moving to item 12, can I ask Councillor Latham if you can leave the meeting, please?
I can confirm Councillor Latham has left the meeting, Chair.
Thank you. Therefore, moving to item 12, any information further from officers?
No, Leader.
Thank you.
Chair, Kath needs to update the members at this point about the 3 days to the immediate implementation.
No, that's for the item 21, Jane, not for this item.
No, the change is for 12. This is the one that says that it's got to change from 3 days to immediate implementation.
Yeah, I'm asking for immediate implementation because this report was drafted initially for December and we had governors that were for immediate appointment, which means they would have been appointed the beginning of this week, the week back to school. If it doesn't go immediately, by the time the 3-day waiting and the letters are drafted, it's going to be about a week Monday. I'm asking for immediate implementation so we can get the letters out next week.
And therefore, that's waiving the 3-day call-in relation to these.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not what I was led to believe, but okay, no problem. So if there's no further information in relation to that, the recommendation is on page 192, subject to the removal of the 3-day call-in. It's to approve the local authority appointees in line with the appendix as governors. I move that recommendation. Can I have a seconder, please?
Second, Chair.
Thank you. Anyone abstain or disagree? I've seen none indicated, therefore that item is passed. Urgent items are contained within the private reports. So therefore, if we can ask Councillor Latham to come back in.
I have, Chair. Yeah. Councillor Latham is now present.
Thank you. Therefore, I move now to item 14, access to meetings, to resolve to exclude the public for the following items of business pursuant to Regulation 4(3) and 5 of the Statutory Instrument 2001 number 2290 and the undermentioned exemption paragraphs of 4 and Schedule 12A of